Hi everyone and welcome back to LovelyGirlieBits. It has been a crazy couple of weeks and I haven't had a chance to get out into the garden, and today is the only day that I can film. Usually the end of the month is pretty busy for me because I'm tying everything up when it comes to clients. But last week, what day is today? Yes, last week Catherine and I went to London. There was a garden press day over there and Catherine was invited by Miracle Grow and she asked if I could come and I was delighted. So we went over just for the day. It was so much fun. We had the crack. Our flight was at 7:30 in the morning. We were over there and everything at the venue by about 10, I think, 10:15. Had a wander around and we saw some lovely kind of new bits that were so interesting, and I wanted to share some of them with you. While I'm still new to gardening, I love kind of seeing, ooh, would I be able to use that kind of thing in my garden? And so there was one thing, and I took footage over there, so as I'm chatting I'll insert the footage here as well. Favourite thing that we saw was this company called Garden on a Roll, and I was like, that is genius for people like me, and if you're new to gardening, like you. So I don't know if you remember last year when I was digging the border on the left of the garden. That was the first bed that I ever dug, and I ordered all the plants from Quick Crop, which is an Irish brand. So they send you a box of plants, happy days. Then on the products page on their website there is like a layout, like I think a couple of different options for layouts with those different plants, and so that's what I did. And this Garden on a Roll thing is slightly different in the fact that you go onto their website. I think they're only available in England actually at the moment. We were asking if they were going to be bringing stockists maybe over here to Ireland, but just if you are in England, this might be an option. So they have plans, kind of like border plans on their website. You buy them, they send you the plants, but then they send you this piece of like brown paper that you place on the ground or on your bed, and then on the brown paper there's circles and numbers to signify which plant goes where. And so it just takes the guesswork out of wondering, what plant should I plant at the back or at the front or at the side, or what's the distance? Because I think that is like one of my number one learnings from last year, is that I tend to just like plant everything like this and they're all like squashed up against each other. So I thought that was really interesting. I was like, that's fab. Then we met this other brand called, what's it called? Wool Pots, and they gave us a sample of their products. So these are a natural compostable plant pot and they're made of wool. I think, again, British company, and we were asking them if they're going to be coming to Ireland. But what they are, they're made of wool. I think it's not British wool, but I think they are working on getting them like properly, just like with pure British wool. But it's like a little sack at the end. You put your soil in there, put your seedling in. I don't know if you can plant seeds directly actually, but anyway, your seedling in there, and then you can sit it on one of those little plant trays. You let it grow, and then when it's ready to plant either in a larger pot or in a border, you can plant the whole thing in there directly. Do you know, like up to there. And then this biodegrades like in the soil. Then we met Sue Kent from Gardener's World, and she was so nice. We were having the chats with her for ages and talking all about like Instagram and everything. And then Huw Richards was doing a talk, and he was doing a talk on mulching, especially mulching in a drought, because we all know if you have a jardin, that last summer with those heat waves, it was tough keeping everything alive and keeping everything going. So I have followed Huw on here for a couple of years now actually. I'll leave his channel linked below, and I actually bought his book last year as well, which is really good. I'll leave that linked below as well. So it's called Veg in One Bed, and it's done per month. Each section of the book has like different colours depending on the month that you have, and so it tells you what to do in the month of March. Oh sure, what to do in the month of March, like what plants you can start off. So radish, lettuce, potatoes, and then at the back of it, different planting plans as well for different climates. So I really like that. Actually, I have a few. That one is, oh, low rainfall. Anyway, with Huw and the mulching, I took some notes for you because, and also for me, because I was like, I won't remember by the time I get to film this. So he was saying that bare soil during drought is the enemy. Maybe it's good that I have all these seeds and plants to grow. And he was saying that like when it comes to watering plants, that seedlings should get first priority. He was saying that like parts of the garden that has like nooks and crannies, and in my head I know places around, even like the back of the shed, he said, that have no plants can be used to store a water bottle. So as it rains, save it, and then when you go to need it, you have like a supply there. He was saying to save water during the wet season, and roof space for saving water. So out the back we have a shed, so I think I might get one of those water butts, and then like a what do you call it, like a gutter thing to attach to it. I don't even know if that exists. I'm sure it does. He was saying, and like that's what I did anyway last year, anytime I was watering the garden, be it like the vegetables or the pots or the beds, to water later in the evening, because it has the whole night time then for the water to go down and to kind of seep in, rather than if you were to water in the morning and it gets really hot, it's more likely to evaporate. It won't have gotten down too low in the soil. It's actually saying watering from the bottom is a way to help not waste water. I did that last year as well. I bought 2 watering mats, like they're quite big, really shallow, and they have like a little, like a little mat in the bottom. And I use that for my seed trays, because a lot of the times, either when I'm sowing seeds, which I will be doing very soon, either I will pre-moisten the soil and then put the seeds in, or I will put like the dry soil in and then water from the bottom, because if you water from the top, you just run the risk of the seeds kind of moving around or being displaced. And I do watering from the bottom when it comes to like different pots as well, and it's great. You can just see like the water alive, because I feel like when you water from the top, sometimes it can run off the side. And actually, one of the things that he said, somebody asked a question that, you know, if you have let either like a pot or like a veg bed or something go unwatered for a long time, the soil kind of goes hard, and when you start to water it, you can see that the water is just kind of sitting on the top. It's not penetrating down. So people are asking, what can we do to combat that? He said that if watering soil is too hard and it runs off, pre-water first and then come back 10 minutes later or so for the main watering. So I will be giving that a go, because I forget to water my pots sometimes. He was saying that mulching, that's what I did a couple of weeks ago, is great at helping keep the moisture in the soil in your pots as well, and that you can either mulch in spring and in autumn, but then you can also temporarily mulch as well. So last year I did that actually. When I ordered those plants from Quick Crop, they came with straw to protect the plants, so I kept all that, and then I mulched the beds, one of them anyway, with straw to kind of help keep the moisture in. So he said you can mulch with grass clippings, leaves, seaweed, bracken, wool, wood chip. Then actually another good tip that he gave was that you can add plants to the edges of your borders that don't need water, because I think he was saying that like they're the ones that will dry out first. And I suppose that's true actually. If you think about a veg bed, the plants that are in the centre kind of keep the moisture, as opposed to the edge parts where it's more likely to evaporate. But I just thought that was really interesting. So I feel like we learned loads that day. Sorry, just changed the settings. I felt like it was getting all washed out. I have a confession to make. I went into Johnstown. Well, first of all, we were going into Johnstown Garden Centre just for a cup of tea, slice of cake, and I wanted to buy marigolds for companion planting with the tomatoes, because that helps to keep aphids away, as far as I remember. I bought marigold plants last year and I was like, no, I'm going to save money and just buy seeds. So I did, and I bought these. So I'm going to just go through these really quickly. Got more Rudbeckia Rustic Dwarf Mix. Now, I think these are the ones I got last year, and they bloomed for ages. They were gorgeous, like such a really strong pop of colour. Catherine got these and I thought they were gorgeous. They are Cosmos Apricot Lemonade. I thought they were really nice, like the gradient colour. I might have already bought these. Aquilegia Cerulea. I don't know if I did or not. I got Arinthium Snappy Mix, and these are only supposed to get 10 inches in height, and it said they're good for cut flowers and that you can use them in pots and containers, because it's just nice to, I think, have a little mix of pots and beds and stuff like that. So I liked those. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I got these. See, Catherine and I say this in a very specific way, and I don't know what the real way to say this. Nymphofia. Is that how you say that? Nymphofia grandiflora mix. I thought these were beautiful. Zinnia Zinderella Peach. Oh, I didn't know that's what they were called. I thought they were fab. Half hardy annuals. Now, I do try to buy as many perennials as I can, but listen, that's not always the case. And then I really want to have a herb garden, and I want to have herbs all summer long, or all as much of the year as I can. So I bought some coriander seeds. I got oregano, because I really want to try drying my own oregano this year. There's a recipe that I do with like a little sauce that uses oregano, so I'm going to try it. I got basil seeds. I love basil so much. Basil and tomato, happy out. And then this one, basil piccolino. Is it? Piccolino. just thought that was really cute. So it's great in pots as well for the summer. And then I thought these were dinkety. These are strawberry shaped chilies. I don't know what the real name is. Chili pepper, unusual strawberry shaped chili. That's what it's called. I just thought they're really cute size, but then wouldn't they be nice maybe to like stuff with cream cheese or something? Anyway, and then I got some sweet peppers because I do love those in the summer. Oh, and it says it's a 4-colour blend. That's what I got in Johnstown. And then Catherine and I were at a couple of events yesterday, and between the events we had time to go to Mr. Middleton. It's a little garden shop in the middle of town. It's on Mary Street. I went in for a look and to buy one thing. And I bought that one thing. So these are broad beans, but they're crimson flowered broad beans. I thought they'd be fab. Now, the reason why I bought these is because last year when we were in Italy, we went for a few days to Polignano a Mare. I have a vlog if you want to go and watch it. I'll leave it linked below. But over there they had gorgeous roasted, I think they're roasted, broad bean snacks. And I was like, I'm going to grow them because I want to try them. So I bought them. And then down. I bought these Mange 2 golden sweet. So they're like yellow Mange 2s. Now they're really handy and you get so many. I think I grew green ones last year and I think I probably still will grow some this year as well, but you get so many from a plant, and once you keep picking them they'll keep growing and keep flowering and they'll keep producing fruit, and they're really nice to like just pick and snack while you're outside. It's like a little gardener's treat. Then I just wanted to like look at the bulbs, the summer bulbs, and I just love them so much. So I'm going to show you what I bought. But I'm going to save these now for next year and like store them so that they are there. So I got them. Dahlia. This is Dahlia Mignon. Isn't that gorgeous? And I think it's like a small little dahlia because I bought like some last year and some of them I really liked, like the pom-pom ones. And then there were some that were kind of spiky that I didn't like. But I really like the size of that. Look at this one. Dahlia Tangerine Sorbet. Isn't that stunning? I've never seen anything like that before. Now, you might be watching this and going, they're everywhere. I've never seen them before. Oh, I just thought that was gorgeous. These are, what are they called? Penstemon Doppikuroides. Guaranteed that's not how you say it. Oh. What is it? I don't feel anything in there. I need to Google what one of them bulbs looks like because I don't feel anything in there. We'll see about that. Okay, so I can see it in here for this one. I got Paniculum Virgatum Prairie Sky. And you can see that in there. Maybe that's what's in there and I just didn't feel it. I love grasses. I think they add really nice wispy, soft movement to a border. Oh my god, I just said that like I knew what I was talking about. I don't. This one. Dahlia. Oh, it's an anemone. Dahlia anemone flowering. Again, I just really like the fact that this seemed to be like a small bloom. We're nearly there. Look at this one. This is Dahlia Decorative, it's called. I just loved this. That'd be gorgeous to like paint or like just a photograph as well. I've been looking in the different garden centres at their summer bulbs and I hadn't seen anything like that before. You're lovely. Yeah, I'm talking to my plants. Got this. Dahlia Kazagi. Just loved that it was peach with like the raspberry tips. I love an pom-pom. Now the pom-pom dahlias are kind of hard for the bees to get the nectar, but I figure I'm going to have so many other plants and flowers and everything in the garden for the bees that like I'm allowed to have this. Finally, look at that. It's called Dahlia Boogie Woogie. Oh, I just thought that was magnificent. I've never seen anything like that. So like the yellow with the little kind of raspberry ripple pink leaves on the outside. Great for cut flowers and patio containers. Yeah, because I think last year I did all of the dahlias in pots, and I think this year I want to try and, you know, mix them up and have some in pots and then some in the borders. I know I only bought single plants, but again, it's just to kind of see, do I like these or do I not? Saying this now, I'm not buying any more seeds. Now, I won't say that I'm not buying any more plants because I might need to get some like over the summer, but I have enough seeds to start my own nursery, and that might be a reality down the road for me. Who knows? But next week now we're supposed to have a cold spell here in Ireland, so we'll see what the story is. I do want to measure at the back for a new garden, or like a veg bed. I'll do that, and I'll kind of order the soil and the soil conditioner as well for that too. So that's what I've been up to. You know what, life is busy at the moment. We're not always going to have time to get outside, but we can still do things that when it does kick off and we do have that milder, warmer weather, we're ready to go. We're ready to hit the ground running. And oh my God, I'm ready to hit the ground running with all the seeds. Catherine, if you're watching, I'll have millions of plants for you. Joanna Will, if you're watching, millions of plants for you. Jesus. And I ordered a new greenhouse cover for the greenhouse on the back that came the other day as well. So I think I'm not going to sow anything next week just because the weather, it's supposed to get down to like -2, -3 at night. And so hopefully the week after we might get a bit milder weather. So, but like next week I think will be another prep week. But I think whenever the garden season and the sowing season really kicks off, lads, the videos are going to be miles long. Even though this one, I've been chatting for 28 minutes. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's garden video, where I will not be showing you a single thing that I bought plant-wise or seed-wise. Like, no, what is wrong with me? Anyway, see you then. Bye!